Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am a very tired girl. Lots of work on my craft room, so I'm a bit shattered. So I'm going to do a nice quick easy tutorial today, just to get you going on making your own tags. Okay, so the first thing I've done is I've opened up an A4 sheet. If you're not sure about that, go back to the previous video and it will show you how to do that. I've opened it up, I've made sure it's got a transparent background. And now I'm going to go into our shapes, our custom shape tool, and this one is one I've picked earlier, so forget that. The first thing we're going to do is pull up our rectangle, and I'm going to create a rectangle at roughly the size that I would like my tags. Okay, so it's about 5 by, well, let's see, 4.5 by 6.5, I think I'd quite like. There we go. So there's my tag shape, and next I'd like to create the tag part at the top. So what I was looking for was a different shape, but you could just go into the polygon tool and just create, oopsie, a standard size hexagon, pentagon, whatever it is you fancy making. So we're just going to move this over, and you can see that I can just add that, and I've got a tag shape. It's as simple as that. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over and I'm going to group, just like last time, these two images. Before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that it is actually perfectly lined up, because we don't want it sticking out. Yeah, that looks good. Sometimes if you don't go completely up, you can find that you know, it might be just sort of slightly off or whatever, but that's fine. We're going to group those together. And when I've done that, I can easily put on at this point a little white dot. So if we had a little hole, and we could turn that white. There we go. So there you go, you've got your little hole if you want to do it that way. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to group that little hole as well. Go up to that grouping part there. Once I've done that, I'm going to duplicate, right click and duplicate. Okay, right click and duplicate. Okay, right click and duplicate. Okay, and at this point I'm just going to bring this down so that I can see everything. Go back onto my move tool up here, and then I'm just going to move all of my tags into the right position. There we go. Just making sure they're spread out on my page and I can fit them all in. I still want to use room to put perhaps my brand or something on this end. Entirely up to you, but I definitely want to make sure they are all on that page beautifully. When I've done that, I'm going to come up and I'm going to group together all of those tags. Again, pressing group, they're all grouped together, and then from there I can go on and just duplicate that group, and then I've got a whole set there. Okay, come down again, I'm going to duplicate that, duplicate, okay, and I'm going to come down and just about fit some in, I think. Let's see, yep, we've got room. I'm just going to move that down. So already I've made a whole page of tags without much fuss, using the skills that I've taught you before. At this point I'm going to open up some pretty, we need a background, so let's just quickly find something that is quite plain, using my graphics fairy again. Let's see. We need some paper, don't we? Oh look, there's some distress paper there. That's perfect. Will do for this demo. Okay, so then I'm going to go into my photo bin and back to my tags. And then I'm going to left click and drag the background up onto my tags. And at this point I'm going to just resize it so that it covers the tags. I don't need to worry about it covering the whole page, just the tags. So let's just pull that down. Okay, And I can see up here that one set of my tags is behind my background. If I come up, can you see? It's vanished behind. So I'm just going to move that group back up. There we go. And then everything's in one place. Now I'm going to group all of those tags together once more. So now they're all in one big group. And I'm going to make sure that my group 4, I'm just going to rename that and put tag templates. Okay. And then I've got my Rusty Distressed underneath. Now I'm going to click, I'm going to go onto the line in between the tag templates and the Rusty Distressed paper, and I'm going to hold down the Alt key, if it will let me. Oh, hang on, let's get them in the right order. Whoops, sorry guys. Sorry, you have the, I'm very tired. You have the background above the tags always. Now I'm going to click on Alt. I knew I was doing something wrong. And as I hold down the Alt key and get onto the line there, you will see that an arrow and a box come up. This is what they call a clipping mask, and this is going to make sure that we can just see that Rusty Distressed paper on our tags only. So if you can see, my cursor has gone up and it's formed a little hand and it's gone up to that line. If I click Alt, if I hold down Alt and move my cursor, it will go from a hand to a hand above, and then when I get right on that line, it will become the square and the arrow, and I want to click. Now at this point, what you can see that's happened over here on the left is all of my tags now have that background in them, and that is what the clipping mask does. It gets rid of everything we want apart from what we want on our templates, which is our tags. Okay, it has covered up our circles, but that's okay. I think I know why. I told you I'm learning with you. I'll sort that out for next time. But that is the basis of making some tags. And what you could do now, because you already know how to do it, is you could open up some images. Let's just open up a few. So let's just open up some birds. Okay, open. So I've opened up the images, and what you could do now is just go ahead and decorate your tags. Okay, let's go back onto there. Let's move one up. Let's make sure that that's above. Oops, I've moved it. I better lock that in place actually. Let's lock that layer. That layer there, let's just make sure that's in the right place. Nope, it's moved. Remember to lock the layers that are important to you. So I'm just going to bring that one down. Make sure that's where I want it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to lock that layer so it doesn't move. Perfect. And now I can play around with my image. I'm just going to make that a bit smaller. And I'm going to start by popping that on my tag. Clicking OK. There we go. There's my first one. And you know, you can just play around with whatever images you have. Oops, that's moved. That's because it's below. Can you see that? It's actually moved below. So we're going to move the siskin above and it comes back, so not to worry. Oops. Just making sure everything's in the right order. Can you see that no matter wherever I move things, it's causing me grief. I think what's happened, let's just go back out. I think I put a layer inside a layer. You've always got this edit undo. Let's just make sure, there we go. I knew something was going on. So I'm just going to move that down. Right, so we've got a tag template, a rusty layer, there we go. And we need to move it right the way above. Just need to make sure that that is actually still doing its thing. I'm not quite sure why it did that. Nope. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's try that one more time. I'm just going to move that above. Why are you doing that? Let's see. Edit, undo, edit, undo. Not quite sure. I think this is becoming part of the clipping mask. Let's just delete that a second. and delete this one just for a moment. Yep. Unlock that. Let's just make sure that we have still got our, there we go. I don't quite know what happened there. Let's just lock the tag templates and the layer there. That one will lock. Tag templates will lock. That should be okay now. Sorry guys, I had to kind of sort that one out for myself. I'm not sure what I did wrong there, but we will work it out together. Okay, there we go. That's better. I think it's because I didn't have anything locked, and if I move this above now, we shouldn't have too many problems. There we go. See, there's always glitches. Right, so we're just going to put that back on there and click OK, and then we'll try the next one. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It was definitely me, and it was definitely to do with the layer, but I'm going to leave it in so that shows you that, you know, we're all fallible. So there we go. I can see my little bird down here, and I'm just going to turn it that way and just make it that little bit smaller and pop it on my tag. I might just move that so it's a tag that goes that way. That might be quite nice. And click OK. Sorry about that glitch, guys. I think it's because my layers were in the wrong order. But you can always go up to Edit, Undo. What you want to make sure is that your bottom layer, your tag templates, and then your background layer are all in one area. Okay, I'm just going to lock that again. And I've just locked them to make it easy for myself. Okay, but that's what I think I did wrong. I had this in the wrong order. So I'm going to leave this in so you can see my boo-boo and not make the same mistake. So layer at the bottom is our base layer, then we've got our tag templates, and then we've got our background, and everything else should be above it. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but you know, learning curve. Yeah, so you can then just, you know, add your different images as you wish. You can add lettering, you can add, I'm just going to move it up again to the top, making sure it's on my top layer. Don't forget to think about that pile of paper on your desk. That's the easiest way of sort of understanding the layers system. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we've already got 3, and you could go ahead and make some more you know, yourself and have a play around, because it is really good fun. Once you get the hang of it, you know, you can just make as many tags as you'd like to. So yeah, go ahead and have a play. Forgive my boo-boo in the middle, but hopefully that's helped you if you make the same boo-boo. Just make sure bottom layer, then your tag templates, and then your rusty layer, as mine's called, on the top, and then everything else needs to go on top of that. All of the images of the birds or whatever it is you're putting on your tags needs to go on the top there. Not sure what I did. I'm going to watch this back so I can work it out. All right, my darlings, I hope that's helped. Have yourselves a great Sunday afternoon, and till I see you next time, craft yourself happy. Take care. Bye.